All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Coming at you with another quick lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, hoping this lesson may be edifying. As you can see, the title that this brother has up, you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And this is true. All right, this is true. It's a beautiful video that the brother did in the spirit, as his his page is staying in the spirit 144. And I'll read it again. You can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And this is what we are telling our people, right? As we are out there daily giving our bodies as a living sacrifice, right? Which is a part of our reasonable service as us men, as service to prophets. We are not only out there to edify you, right? We are out there to warn you from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Okay? As we are prophesying, we are warning you of what's to come. And as you ignore reality, you're not going to be able to ignore the consequences that's going to become your reality. So when we talk about, death, destruction, famine, pestilences, right? All this, the wrath that's about to come upon the planet Earth. See, you can ignore it right now, okay? But once these things come your reality, you're no longer going to be able to ignore any of these things. Okay? These things that we speak, the words that's coming out of the scriptures, are going to become your reality. Okay? Let's get this, right? So this is the scripture I thought of when I started speaking. Matter of fact, let's get this first. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. It says, the prophets that had been before me and before thee of old, Salakia says, the prophets that had been before me and before thee of old prophesied, both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. Are not we saying these same things? Because you should already know the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So yeah, in like manner, we are going to be saying the same things. And this is what we are witnessing happening on the earth today, right? War is about to erupt. Now, of course, we got the wars and the rumors of wars, but we know World War III is about to erupt. Okay, this is all leading to World War III. Okay, even this whole financial situation going on between the U.S. and other countries getting ready to leave the U.S. dollar, and how they're starting to trade more with amongst each other without the U.S. Yes, this is going to lead to WW3, but we know before that, other prophecies got to take place as well. Okay, other prophecies got to take place as well. We're seeing the infrastructure of the MOTB being set up, and it's moving quickly. It's moving quickly. But then you got destruction, Jacob's trouble, and civil war, and all these different things that are also going to take place as well. Okay, and these things that we're speaking of are going to become your reality. All right. What it says, I know there's one in just trying to see what I can grab through the spirit. Okay, so this is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 20 says, and when the world that shall begin to vanish away shall be finished, then I will show these tokens, which tokens go into signs. And we see the world in a mourning state. We see the world languishing as we speak, right? All of creation is groaning, okay? And I'm telling you, man, once the access of of comfortability is taken, once the pleasures and the things of the world that you use to escape from reality is taken from you, then you're going to be able to see what the heck you're. It's first of all, for you 2/3, it's already going to be too late. But once these different things are taken from you, and you're just there, you have to deal with what's going on. You people are going to lose your freaking minds, okay? Because right now there's a lot of escapism that's going on, especially amongst our people, especially here in America, Babylon and Great. And people escape in many different ways, not just using drugs, not just drinking. People do it by way of eating, okay? People do it by way of partying. You know, people do it by the way of whatever, being social, watching TV all day. Like, there's many different forms what people do to escape, right? But once these things are taken away, the people are going to be in for a rude awakening. So it says, and when the world shall begin to vanish away, shall be finished, then I will show these tokens. The books shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall all see together. And even what people have in businesses, a lot of people are consumed with their businesses. But once these things are taken away, as the scripture says, the grinding is going to cease. Then people are going to be put in. They're going to have to deal with face the fact of reality is going to hit them hard. A lot of the people that has put their all into their careers, put their whole life, dedicated their whole life to certain careers, at once, once these things start to break down, you're going to see. Verse 21, it says, and the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The woman with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 months or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. That's talking about premature children. Okay, verse 22, it says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Man, we're about to, how you doing? We're definitely about to head into that, as inflation continues to skyrocket, as, more places are being destroyed, by the left hand, systematically, as the weather is changing in different places where, crops are grown or the beasts, are not able to, eat as much as they should. And I'm talking about because their crops are being, I'm trying to figure out a word to use. Their crops are being tainted, So a lot of them are not even, dealing with it. In the sea life, oh my gosh, the sea life is so jacked up that the animals are just, giving it up, basically killing themselves. When I say like kill themselves, I'm like beach themselves, okay, because that's how polluted the waters is. But this has effect, there's a cycle. This has an effect on all of life, all of creation, and it's going to get to a point. The scriptures talk about the fishers shall mourn in Egypt, But we're about to get ready to see these things, and these storehouses that we see are about to be unsown. Because what? E is trying to issue in a new way. A new way. 3D meat, lab grown meat, bugs. Talking about you gonna like bugs, or what do you say? You gonna eat bugs and you gonna like it. I'm telling you, E's gonna give you the options he's gonna give you is by the way of what he wants you to eat, or by the way of he wants you to do. Just like he's about to usher in this MOTB system for the way you have to be in sync with what he got going on. He's cutting out that middleman bullshit where he don't know what you're doing, know what you're thinking, know what you're buying and selling. He's cutting that out, right? And making it everything pushed to where you have to go to him fully for the want of all things. We already go to him now for the want of all things because he owns the resources. As the scriptures say, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, who is he? So we know it's this devil. All right? We know it's this devil, but he wants it. He wants 1,000% of you. That's why they try to give you this MOTB. Okay? But let's continue a little bit more. I'm on break. Quick break. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter. just want to mention something. I just want to go into a little bit of these things that's going to become your reality. Okay? Let's see. There's a lot. I ain't gonna be able to cover all this today, but I'll just hit a few. So verse 12 it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation. 2 Ezra 15 verse 12 says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And this is what we're letting you know, that the Most High is bringing this destruction upon the planet Earth, right? They that till the ground shall mourn. We're seeing this happen. For the seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with fearful consolation. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. We are telling you these things are coming. We are letting you know. You people think race wars are inevitable. I mean, people think race wars are not going to happen. Okay? Same with a civil war. Yeah, these things are going to take place. Class wars, food wars, however you want to call it and see it. Look, these things are going to be taking place on the planet Earth, and you're going to be in the midst of it. For there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, so it's going to be a uproar. It's going to be a rebellion against the powers that be, against the authority, against the government. That's what it's going to get It's going to get lawless out here. You know, it's going to be a state of lawlessness in the society. And look, if you're not covered, if you're not protected by the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you done. You out of there. You better watch these different series and movies that they got about how chaotic it's going to be in these times, how chaotic it's going to be when society fails, when people can't eat, when people can't feed their families. All right, it's going to be a new bargaining system, and a lot of the people that's going to be being bargained and traded off is people, whether it's going to be for food because cannibalism is coming back, you know, whether it's going to be used for slave work, however a person seeing how they will be useful for them, you know, or their community, or however they may set it up. You gotta look at shows like The Walking Dead and movies like Bushwick, and all that's going to be taking place. All of that, right? So it says, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their good because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And like the Elder Ariella said, look, man, you got to think, what is going to drive you to have that mindset to destroy your neighbor? What? Because it's going to be what? For the lack of bread and great tribulation that's going to be going on. It's going to be a dog-eat-dog world, right? You know how Beyonce made that song, Me, Myself, and I. That's how a majority of these people going to be thinking all day. Me, myself, and I. Me, or me and my family, and that's it. It's going to get real bad out here, but this is going to become you people's reality. These things that we're speaking, look, the scriptures that we're speaking of is going to become you people's reality. Okay? And you ain't going to be able to get away from it. You see? So, man, that was just a quick hit to the spirit. Lord willing, was edifying. I may come back and do a part 2 to go a little deeper in depth with the bros, the brothers of the camp. But, until next time, I'm going to say shalom.